I know Peter very well. Peter does not play to the gallery. Peter is a very forthright man, and he has been a man of miracles. And he knows, too, that Peter is a man of miracles. I was surprised when he went further to say that he knows Peter will not win, and that Peter knows, too, that he will not win. And he went further to also say that Peter was playing to the gallery. I was a bit disappointed. Very, very disappointed, honestly. When you pray, you do not make a mockery of your prayer. You are talking about praying to God. You are talking about praying to the Almighty. Prayers are not made in vain, and they are not made out of mockery. Because when we are praying, Mr. C, we are talking to the God in silence, and sometimes orally, verbally, where people hear it. You are talking to the Almighty God, Mr. C. I don't know if you understand who I'm talking about, Mr. C. I'm talking about the I am that I am. I'm talking about the omnipresent, the omnipotent, the one that is perfectly benevolent, Mr. C. It is in Igbo, we call him Ugwana Oriatwe or Kakakacha, the mighty one in battle. He who closes the door and no one can open. And when he opens the door, no one can close that door. We cannot pray to him in vain. And moreover, I'm always very thrilled with what my grandmother calls God. Calls him Chineke Puru Imi Henile. I don't know if you understand what that means. It means the one with whom nothing is impossible. He's a great God. So if we are going to pray to him and make a mockery of it, it gives me a very wrong impression of who you are. I do not want to think that way about Professor Soludo because I have enormous respect for him. But I was a bit disappointed with that. But if you look at the second part of his argument, that his investment, Peter Obi's investment in Anambra State is worthless. You are charging Peter for investment. You are not charging him for embezzlement. While others are being charged for embezzlement, you are charging Peter for investment. Mr. C, Peter Obi is the only governor in the history of the electoral process in our country and governance in all the 96 states of the Federation. Peter Obi is the only governor that has left the account of the state in green. The only governor. The records have it that in 3 accounts, bank accounts, he has 50 million in each of their bank account. And we also records have it that he left 78 billion. Well, there are questions about if it was 78 billion. But the truth is that he left billions in the account. I also listened to the testimony of Obiano that he was able to build the airport and also the International Conference Center in Anambra State from the savings left by Peter Obi. We owe Peter Obi a lot of congratulations, not condemnation. Peter Obi paid salaries and owed no salary throughout his tenure, 8 years. He owed no pension. He built schools, he built hospitals, he built roads. And the beautiful thing, Mr. C, is that throughout these expenditures and savings, he borrowed no penny. He borrowed from no bank, Mr. C. No other governor from 1999 to date has ever done that. I listened to Governor Umahi of Ebonyi State when he said that he wants to emulate what Peter has done, not to leave debt. Everybody else has left debt except Peter Obi. Mr. C, we should be congratulating Peter Obi. We cannot condemn him. The mere fact that he left monies for you, the mere fact that he made investments for the state is enough for us to commend him. Others are being charged for embezzling the resources of the states. And every governor, almost all the governors have at one time or the other been involved in that. Peter Obi has never put his hands on the tilt, not even to accept allocation of landed property. But look at what other states governors have done. They've converted almost every other property in their places as their personal self. Look, that's what every other governor. If you want, I can even name the properties they have allocated to themselves, especially in Abia State. Every governor that has been in Abia State have acquired the whole lot of the vital properties of the state to themselves. But in Anambra State, the man was allocated a property, he rejected that property, made savings, made no borrowings. He ought to be commended. He ought not to be disparaged.
Let's still look at that a very long article he wrote talking about Professor Soludo on Peter Obi. I mean, on the political side, he did say something about Mr. Peter Obi playing the game, and that he knows he's playing the game, and that he knows that he too, referring to Professor Soludo now, knows that he's playing the game. Was there a lot unsaid from those comments?
When I read the first thing he wrote, I now knew the direction he was taking. The first thing he wrote there was that Peter and his social media mob were attacking him and his family. When I read through that, I knew what to expect. I knew that somebody was getting angry, and in that anger, there could be some sin. You know, the Bible tells us we should be angry, but we shouldn't sin. Anger and sin, they are different things. At the level of anger, it's no more anger. You have gone into sin. So we have to be careful to know the difference between when one gets angry and when one has crossed the Rubicon of anger and gets into sin. When I read that, I knew that he was angry. But when I went through all that he wrote, I could not see any specific issue he could hold against Peter. That was when I knew that there was nothing to it except anger. When you're angry with a little boy, you say his head is like the head of his father. Whose head will his head look like other than his father? You can't just accuse little boy of looking like his father. So I knew very clearly that there was nothing. It was mud slinging, and the danger in slinging with mud is that you might miss your target, and your hands will also get dirty.
I mean, does this emphasize as well this impression on the Republican nature of a Southeasterner, wherein this talk about Igbos not loving themselves? Is this what is playing out? Because pretty much a chunk of Southeasterners believe, yes, as much as the arguments would be that Peter Obi's presidential project is not an Igbo project, it's a national project. But there are those majorly from this part who believes, hey, we have got to support him. He's our own. I mean, does this signal that impression still that, hey, Igbos don't love themselves, they pull themselves down? Is that what is playing out?
I do not believe that very much, Mr. C. There are good and bad people everywhere. Everywhere you go, people are good, people are bad too. We have good Igbos and we have bad Igbos. And I'm not personally, particularly supporting Peter Obi because he's an Igbo. No. If Peter Obi is not competent, I will say he's not competent. My support for Peter Obi is not as a result of where he comes from. My support for him is because of his record. His track record is impeccable. There is no spot on it. It is next to perfection. And if you can achieve a thing like that as a governor of a state, when you have all the opportunities, when you have all the rights to reap off the commonwealth of the people like every other person have done, almost every other person have done, and you did not do that, he deserves praise. He deserves accolade. He does not deserve condemnation. That is where I look at it from. It is true, Igbos are essentially a very independent people. But in this instance, the independence has nothing to do with the presidential arrangement we're talking about. It has to do with competence. And that is where everybody's hands are involved.
Well, a couple of those who have reacted to the Peter Obi voyage for the presidency have always had something to say about his supporters. Even in the letter or the article written by Professor Soludo, he still pointed that as well, where he referred to his supporters as mob. And of course, we've had situations where prominent citizens from the southeastern part have voiced what might have been perceived to be comments against Peter Obi, and they were attacked. What do you make of that? And he says this has the potential of puncturing the political future of the Southeasterner.
Well, P2B is a peculiar one, Mr. C. Look at how he came in to be a governor of a state in the first instance. When P2B came in, he had no commissioner. Not commissioner. He had no member of the State of Assembly. He had no member of Federal House. He had no senator. In fact, he had no major supporters. He came from a political party that has just been registered in 2001, and he came to contest the election in 2002. So just less than a year after the political party was registered, that was when Peter contested to be the governor of Anambra State. And do not forget then, Anambra was going through the same turmoil Nigeria is going through today. Anambra was totally disenchanted with the governorship and the rulership of those who were in place then. We knew about the man that was called Odera, who was the then governor of Anambra State. The students were out of school for upwards of 18 months. Salaries were not being paid. The whole environment was totally ungovernable. In fact, we were told then that you can't even go from one point of the state to another without being attacked by mobs. This was the situation that existed before Mr. P2B offered himself for governorship of Anambra State. Mr. C, is the situation different from what we have today in Nigeria? This is the exact situation we have today in Nigeria. He's a man of destiny. He's a man who God chooses at the time when he ought to choose him. He's a man who has been called to salvage a situation. And from the time he took over Anambra State, look at what happened. The trajectory, the narrative changed, and changed for the good of the people. And I have no doubt in my mind that the narrative and the trajectory will change in Nigeria if P2B takes over as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The injustice we have today will sensibly be reduced. Incompetence will be taken to the most. Mr. P2B told me when he visited me that he cannot spend 5 minutes. He cannot waste his 5 minutes with anybody if it is not serious. He was there for hours with me, and we discussed very serious national importance and national issues.
No.
So he's not a man who is given to trivial issues. He's a man of destiny, and I have no doubt in my mind that this time around, destiny will come beckoning on him.
Now, what did you make of his response, by the way? And of course, double for the comments by Professor Soludo saying, hey, I wanted him to join ABGA, and apparently saying that maybe his chances on becoming the president would have been better were he the candidate of the party, the presidential candidate of ABGA.
I was impressed, very, very impressed with P2B's response. I listened to him. He was on AIT last night. I listened to P2B. P2B is a man of destiny, and a man of humility, total humility. You know what he said? Mr. C, Peter said, well, Soludo is a professor. I'm only a glory trader. I'm a poor trader. If I didn't do it well, let Soludo do better than I have done. If there are places I have not roofed, let Soludo complete the roofing. If I have done the foundation of the building and the building is standing and I have not fully roofed it and I have not painted it, as a professor, let Soludo take over, roof and paint. What else could be more humble than that? Ordinarily, people would have responded very violently or very angrily. But he was very humble and very straightforward to the point. And let me be honest with you, Mr. C. When God blesses you, He blesses you extraordinarily, even with your speech and your actions. And I believe that Peter is on that line of thought.
Oh, so his chances on the Labour Party, would it have been better on the ABGA?
No. I believe that Peter is not even aware of what is going on. What is going on today is beyond Peter Obi. And do not forget that if you want to make a choice of where you want to have your contest from, the God factor should be very important. We are told that God superintends over all affairs of men. All affairs of men, God superintends over it. So he's the one who makes that choice. I do not think that whether it is ABGA or whether it is Labour, that this move wouldn't have happened. God knows what is best and what time to bring the best thing to happen. I believe that this time, the choice of the Almighty is that it has to be Labour Party. And you can see the movement. It's a national movement. It is beyond Peter. Peter does not even know what's going on. Contributions are happening from left, right, and center. Peter it's even beyond Peter. You remember when he went to enter a canoe, the young lady who came to him and warned him not to enter a canoe, that the life he has is not his own life. It is the life of Nigerians. It is the life of the poor people. And I laugh at those who talk about structure. The people are the structure. Peter B has the people. It is just like saying that one is alone when he's with God. No. One with God is majority. Once you are with God, you are in the majority. Peter is with the people. Peter is with people who God have chosen for him to do it. And the choice this time around of Labour Party is what everybody has to click into.
All right.
Well, you know I'm not Labour. I'm ABGA.
I mean, anyone listening to you talk about Peter Obi will be wondering if you're a Labour Party.
I'm not in Labour Party. I'm not. Today we're not more talking about party, Mr. C. We have established a very mighty place in Aba, which we call Banner, Build a New Abia. In building a new Abia, we're not talking about party. We're talking about capable hands. We're already in trouble with this idea of parties. We're talking about honest people, diligent people, people who have the service of mankind in their heart.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about now. We're not talking about party at all.
All right.
And when it comes to the presidency, I have no party except Peter Obi.
Interpol Systems Consultant Chikwe Udensi, our guest this morning on Open Parliament. Thanks for keeping it locked right here. And of course, don't forget ABN Radio and TV. You can stream and listen to this live. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll look at Pantotome saying and seeking disqualification of candidates who avoid debates. And in Abia State, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, saying politicians are buying PVCs for 5,000 naira. My name is Mr. C. Be right back.
It has great taste, yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality, active bodies and sharp minds.
Start your children's day with the great taste of Ovaltine 3-in-1. Milk, choco, and Ovaltine for active bodies and sharp minds. Ovaltine 3-in-1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Democracy, they say, is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Homes.
It is being said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs. Why settle for average when you can have a luxury home inside a gated estate in Lagos? Welcome to Kenzo Luxury Homes, a development by Kenzo Group of Companies Nigeria Limited. Our featured home is a gorgeous private home of 5 bedrooms with a room BQ located at a serene and beautiful environment at Lekki Palm City Estate, Aja, Lekki, Lagos. Finely crafted and designed specifically to give you the luxury and comfort you deserve. Why make this your next home? The features include 5 bedrooms with a room BQ, spacious living room, all-room en-suites, stunning master bedroom, modern fitted kitchen, serene neighborhood, carefully designed staircase, private swimming pool, detailed finishing, and large compound space. This home sits on 500 square meters. The title is General C of O. Price 130 million naira. For details and inspection, please call 0903-717-9034. Be a smart investor. Guarantee your family a secured future with Kenzo Luxury Homes. It is being said.
Well, now, sir, to the issue, I mean, we did have this talk last week. It was the boss last week, wherein it was about debates. And then political economist, actually, Professor Patu Tome, over the weekend, has called for the disqualification of any candidate who fails to attend debate. Well, he also asked the Nigerian electorate to use the power to vote against candidates who fail to make themselves available for debate. Well, he did address newsmen in Abuja, where he said a debate provide the electorate with an opportunity to assess the plans and capacity of candidates before the elections. I mean, we see this happen in other climes, United States of America. I mean, you can name them. And sometimes, and maybe most times, this has a very a strong way to influence voters. Debate, that is. Have we gotten to that point as a nation where you say, hey, I did vote for this candidate because of what he said or what he didn't say during the debate? And indeed, candidates who fail to appear for debates, can they be punctured, or would they just go away with this?
Mr. C, thank you very much for the question. You and I know that right now we are at crossroads. The country is bleeding. We have enormous problems in the country right now. Even if we don't have the problem, Mr. C, the fact remains that those who want to take over offices must be people that must be scrutinized. We must have to do proper scrutiny and find out if those who want to take over are competent. I heard a Yoruba man the other day saying that the country is too sick and we cannot hand over a sick country to a sick man. He was referring to his own brother, Bola Tinubu. When you come to debates are places where contestants, those who seek offices, this is where they articulate their ideas. They say what they can do, and they want us to know their capacities. It is not in rallies. Rallies are where hoodlums, political hirelings are hired and paid to come and make noise. That is not the place for people to tell us what they want to do for those they want to govern. Mr. C, I was very angry at the last debate that Peter Obi had with 4 other contestants, including a vice presidential candidate. The office of the vice presidency is different from the office of the presidency. Their rules are different. The qualifications are different. We are not allowing our position to be debating with vice presidential candidates when, in fact, the presidential candidates are around. Mr. Bola Tinubu was seen in one occasion in Lagos State when the debate was going on. He could not make himself available. Atiku was available to. What we need to do is to put these people on the platform, put them and ask them direct questions. And also, there's something that the press does, which is not very good. Those who organized this went and picked up party supporters to come and ask questions. No. Questions like this ought to be asked by people who are totally apolitical. We must have to get people who are not associated with any political party so that they can ask honest and fervent questions. You saw what happened in the last debate. Political parties were asking questions that will suit their candidate. This is not what we want. We are in a very terrible situation right now. If we do not do something and make sure we rescue this country, our children will suffer it. Generations from born will suffer it. Already we are suffering it. Already. So what we must have to do is rescue the country. Rescue the country from the hands of the wicked. Rescue the country from the hands of Satan and the devil. That's what we have today. So in the process of this rescue, we must ensure that we put a very competent hand. And the only way to see this competent hand is to assess them. Let us assess them. Let them talk to us one-on-one, not in rallies, not in political rallies, very, very rowdy rallies. If you take a look at the rallies, apart from those on the podium, the rest of the people out there are miscreants. They are hirings. They never do well. In fact, somebody called them social misfits. They are social misfits who are usually paid money to come and do their irregular activities. Mr. C, a closer look of the crime desk of the Nigerian police force right now, you will see that there's a reduction in some kind of crimes. And these kind of crimes have been associated with political hirelings, has been associated with hoodlums. It has reduced because they have been kept busy now attending political parties rallies. They are no more doing their business of those ills for which they are always run afoul with the law. So, what are we talking about? 90 to 95% of those who are on the other side of the podium, facing the podium, they are hirings. They are not the people we are going to be talking to. Let us talk to Nigerians, the programs we have for Nigerians, and see how best Nigerians can choose those who can manage this economy and manage the country better.
www.facebook.com/familylove99.9 FM 0816-1115-955 or 070-16-514-107. 1 minute, 30 seconds. You got to come through. Good morning, Open Parliament.
Good morning, Mr. Steve.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Chikwe Udensi.
Good morning, sir.
Who say my name is the name? I am calling from Omai.
Welcome.
Obrigado, Mr. Steve.
Obrigado.
Chikwe Udensi. Listen, I want to thank you for lecturing and educating us once again on this platform. Your antecedent and what you are capable of, I will not stop praying for you. I want to thank you again for the way you see things in Niger State and in Nigeria entirely. We talked about economy visiting you. It has showed the spirit of sportsmanship. In as much as maybe P2B, you said that P2B visited you, economy visited you as well. And it talked a lot of things. It means these are the things that we are expecting from other politicians, not people that we have been trying to fix problem where there is not. Not separating this because when we talk about political parties, we know people that have been the face of the party before the primaries came, and people that migrated from one thing or the other became whatever they became.
Okay.
I pray because the case is issue. Our presidential candidate will be easy. The supporters shouldn't be creating more problems for him. He's a good man. Look at the response to what Governor of Imo Toledo said. But the supporters shouldn't be creating more problems for our brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Singh, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Sir Chikwe Udensi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Ana akpọ m Nnamdi Anyanwụ.
Welcome. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Achọrọ m ikele gị maka ihe ị na-ekwupụta ebe a na-agbanye otu o chedere na Naịjirịa ugbu a. adịkwana onye ego nwudiri n'aka afọ na-amaghị ihe ọnọdụ Naijiria ugbu ọnwa onye iberibe onye na-amaghị ga-anọ nkwe n'ihi na obodo ahụ Naijiria anyị kemgbe APC batara n'ọchịchị 2015 emebereghị Naijiria amarakwana na m na ha ihe chọrọ ime ndị mmadụ nwụ ihe anyị na-ahụ ihe isi ike ha bịa vụfụta billions of naira were amaghị ndị mmadụ iwu n'ihi na ihe isi ike dị aha bụ onye nyere 5,000 mgbe ọ ga-enara agụrụ ụgụ ka ndị mmadụ ahụ ile anya gaa hụ na mgba n'ụgbọala adachala oke ọnụ nweghị ihe kwere nzụta ọ kpara ebumnuche ha mana anyị akpara ahụhụ taa.
I think we lost that caller right there. Thanks nonetheless for coming through. We have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
This is Jerry calling from Africa.
Welcome.
My brother there in the studio, I greet him, Chikwe Udensi. You sound so spiritual. Thank God for you. I want to raise my voice on the issue concerning Mr. Obi and the former governor.
Go ahead.
Yes, he told us plainly that he is a trader. But you, who is a professor in economics, go and do better more than me. So when I stop, you take over from there. And I want to say this. Does Soludo take over directly from P2B? No! You see? So I don't know how. To me, I see him as man with a brown hat, so plain that he went to the government house. Also, to pay compliments. And the man received him. Why then in the bank, you start stabbing him? It's not good. It's just like an animosity from that man. I once upon a time, I heard that man so high, called Soludo. But listen, it will tarnish the man's reputation in the politics of this very country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, His Excellency, Chikwe Udensi.
Good morning, sir.
I am the Okekwenaja. My name is Obama.
Welcome,
I
Obama.
am calling from Bose,
Welcome.
the hometown of His Excellency, Dr. Alex Pleti. Mr. Speaker, as you see the problem of Nigeria, as you see the language of Tinubu yesterday, Tinubu want to praise APC. Tinubu say God bless PDP. As you see the kind of person who want to govern this country. We don't like the way the masses are. We don't like the way the leaders are doing things. They want to govern this thing. The camp. They have to follow everybody. They have to carry the masses along. Not their own interest. P2B is the next president of this country. Like Alex Oti is the next governor of other states. Come 2023. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
All right, thank you very much. Still taking your calls this morning. Hello, good morning. We have another call.
Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
My name is Comrade John Mark. I am calling from Ba.
Welcome.
Good morning, Udensi.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I think I must commend your analysis this morning. You are sound, men looking at you, you are sound academically and physically. I saw you driving your no-nonsense powerful car by yourself. So, I know you as a sound mind. Let me go to the business of the day. I think your analysis this morning on P2B versus Soludo is well understood by well-meaning people. If I may advise, I think P2B Soludo should concentrate on governance and leave P2B, who is a personality we are proud of in Southeast, southern, if not Southeast, southern part of the country. Even the entire country are proud of him. So running him down from his immediate constituency is quite unfortunate. So I think our leaders should rise up to call. It's time to call Soludo to order, because the ranting is becoming something else. Then I must also commend you, because at times I listen where you present some of the policies of other state government. But today, it was specific about Prof. Zikone. There was a day Prof. Zikone visited one of the personalities in my own town. The man said, I could remember what he said. I heard that from Francisco is an elderly man who is what going on with their working state, that he don't even know that the man is smart and sound than him.
Okay.
That people should not base on hearsay and speculation. So you was while making statements about his visit to you, you sound like a prominent independent mind. So on that premise, I want to call on other Abga leaders to emulate your style of politics. They should emulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Passion all the time.
Thank you.
So on that premise, I thank you and bow out. Thank you.
Thank you. We're still taking your calls. Open Parliament, midweek edition. Oh, well, before we get back to the calls, well, I mean, the last time we had you say, you did talk about your palliatives. Oh, this is the middle of November already.
Yes, as I'm talking to you now, Mr. C, we have 3 trucks, 3 truckload of palliative commodities. Let me not call their names. 2 are heading to Aba. 1 is heading to Chikwe. So it is for ease of logistics. So now, by the time we have this done by this weekend, we shall announce immediate movement for our palliatives. You can be sure that I will not be forgetting our pensioners this Christmas. I will not be forgetting the elderly persons. I will not be forgetting petty traders. We shall work together to see how we can have a little bit of egalitarian society where people look after others.
Well, back to the phone lines. Good morning. Open Parliament.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Mr. I'm calling from Omar.
Welcome.
I agree to. I thank you that I'm able to get this session today. I am listening to this very program, but I'm not been able to get it.
I'm glad to have you.
I want to thank you, Mr. Udensi, for the way you have been handling issues in this radio. God bless you. Keep it up. And I want also to commend you for the type of politics that you have been playing, which have been exhibiting. Keep it up. And on the issue of Lincoln, to you, I'm very surprised that he did that kind of it because the way and manner the party members thinking about issues, it was like he would never do that kind of a thing. And he was from your own part. You were very sincere to express the kind of faith he is.
Okay.
About Soludo and throw your line on your statement about the area of Soludo and Afrobi. God bless you. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do one more and then call it about this morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. King.
Good morning to you.
It's Ivan. I'm calling you from Brenda. Good morning, Mr. Chikwe Udensi. Good morning, sir. Yeah, I think the visit of Professor Udensi to you is a practical demonstration of his participatory governance. And I listened to you. You wrote out the qualities you observed in him. Of course, there are good qualities of a good leader. You know, very intelligent, according to you, humble, and student. Of course, like you said, he is not the kind of regular politician. So, with all these qualities you found in him, practical Udensi, won't it be very good for you to adopt him the way you've adopted the Statute of Being? Because according to you, it's no longer about the political parties. It's no longer about the political parties, rather the individual. So, having seen somebody welcoming that can do the job well, won't it be good for you to support him so that together we bring him on board to, do a new thing in other states? That's my own suggestion. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Mr. C. Can I comment on this?
Yes, please.
Yes, I have seen good qualities in the Professor Ikoné. That is beyond controversy. That he came across as an intelligent man is beyond controversy. And I admired him very well. I admired his intellect, I admired his composure. But you see, what we are talking here is that Chikwe Udensi will be contesting elections, God willing. If on the 1st of December I'm pronounced the candidate of the party, or I have an opportunity to be the candidate of the party, I'll be contesting elections. However, if I'm not contesting elections, for example, Mr. C, if God says I will not be contesting, I have an organization called Banner. Banner will adopt its own candidates. We shall look at the whole candidates. And we adopt those we think that are competent, that can do the job. And we support them with our little resources and make sure that we have a better Abia. This is my direction. I'm not going to be a party person. I'm not going to be an individual person in this regard.
We'll take that as your parting comment, sir. And as we call it to wrap on the program, thanks for stopping by on Open Parliament this morning.
Thanks, Mr. C. Thanks for always having me.
Well, thanks, listener, for being a part through your calls, your listenership. I'll do it again, same time, same station next week, the midweek edition with Interpol Systems consultant, Chikwe Udensi, our guest. My name is Mr. C. Let's do you the news at 10.
Show the world and all its people.
Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs. Why settle for average when you can have a luxury home inside a gated estate in Lagos? Welcome to Kenzo Luxury Homes, a development by Kenzo Group of Companies Nigeria Limited. Our featured home is a gorgeous private home of 5 bedrooms with a room BQ located at a serene and beautiful environment at Lekki Palm City Estate, Aja, Lekki, Lagos. Finely crafted and designed specifically to give you the luxury and comfort you deserve. Why make this your next home? The features include 5 bedrooms with a room BQ, spacious living room, all-room en-suites, stunning master bedroom, modern fitted kitchen, serene neighborhood, carefully designed staircase, private swimming pool, detailed finishing, and large compound space. This home sits on 500 square meters. The title is General C of O. Price 130 million naira. For details and inspection, please call 0903 717 9034. Be a smart investor. Guarantee your family a secured future with Kenzo Luxury Homes. It has been said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs. Why settle for average when you can have a luxury home inside a gated estate in Lagos? Welcome to Kenzo Luxury Homes, a development by Kenzo Group of Companies Nigeria Limited. Our featured home is a gorgeous private home of 5 bedrooms with a room BQ located at a serene and beautiful environment at Lekki Palm City Estate, Aja, Lekki, Lagos. Finely crafted and designed specifically to give you the luxury and comfort you deserve. Why make this your next home? The features include 5 bedrooms with a room BQ, spacious living room, all-room en-suites, stunning master bedroom, modern fitted kitchen, serene neighborhood, carefully designed staircase, private swimming pool, detailed finishing, and large compound space. This home sits on 500 square meters. The title is General C of O. Price 130 million naira. For details and inspection, please call 0903 717 9034. Be a smart investor. Guarantee your family a secured future with Kenzo Luxury Homes. It has been said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by
Experience this smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
for the Reversible and Political Leadership Project evidence in Nigeria. Get ready for the most detailed online TV and radio program tagged Operation Show Your Project. Operation Show Your Project. Showing every Thursday 11 a.m. on ABN TV and radio. Operation Show Your Project is the authentic platform for all elected and appointed leaders in politics at all levels to showcase their accomplishments within the period in office. For project documentation and production, contact us today on 0816-634-7017 or 0816-634-7017. Operation Show Your Project comes up every Thursday at 11 a.m. on ABN TV and radio. Be part of the testimony. ABN is at it again. It's time for the Reversible and Political Leadership Project evidence in Nigeria. Get ready for the most detailed online TV and radio program tagged Operation Show Your Project. Operation Show Your Project. Showing every Thursday 11 a.m. on ABN TV and radio. Operation Show Your Project is the authentic platform for all elected and appointed leaders in politics at all levels to showcase their accomplishments within the period in office. For project documentation and production, contact us today on 0816-634-7017 or 0816-634-7017. Operation Show Your Project comes up every Thursday at 11 a.m. on ABN TV